Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation is Maj Mahalla Panjwa. Saphal so Bani Jit naam vakhani, Gur Prasad kine virle jani. Dhan so vela jit har gawat sunna, Aaye te parwana jiyo. Se नेत्र परवान जिनी दर्शन पेखा, से कर भले जिनी हर जस लेखा, से चरण सुहावे जो हर मार्ग चले, हाँ बल तिन संग पछाणा जियो। सुन साजन मेरे मीत प्यारे, साध संग खिन माहे उधारे। किल विख काट हुआ मन निर्मल, मिट गए आवन जाना जियो। दोए कर जोड़ एक बिनो करी जय, कर कृपा डुबदा पत्थर ली जय। नानक को प्रभ भय कृपाला, प्रभ नानक मन पाणा जियो। धन सुवेला जित हर गावत सुनना. So this is speaking about an auspicious and endowed with supreme value is the moment, so vela, when har gavat sunana, when the song of the self, har gavat, is heard. Now this is spiritual knowledge that we are talking about, the song of the self. But rare is the individual, virla, who hears this fruitful utterance coming from the Guru Enlightener. Saphal so Bani, that is the Bani. Rare the individual who actually listens to that utterance in order to find the way to the self, Jit Naam Vakhani. Now, that rare individual who does listen is looked upon approvingly. Aaye te parwana jiyo. Now, Vela is usually translated as time or an instant in time, can also refer to human birth. In Gurbani, human life is considered auspicious because it is considered a moment in time, with a capital T, which holds within itself the potential for fullness, that is to say, the potential for self-realization. So this Amrit Vela, which it also is called, is an opportunity to become intuitively aware, self-awareness of the timeless one, Amrit. Note that Amrit literally means without death or immortal, but death is also equated to time as Kal. So the utterance of the Guru Enlightener is indeed inspired speech, and it's spoken from a received vision and a received wisdom. So the Bani of the Guru Enlightener is the only validated or approved channel for self-realization. And then, of course, the Guru continues this theme to talk about some of the markers of this way that is called the Guru's way, Gurmat. He says, Se netra parvan jini darsana pekha, se kar pale jini har jas lekha, se charan suhave je har marg challe. So we have here netra, literally eyes, but associated with insight, leadership, having a vision. So that's the context within which we should try to understand and not take it to mean literally the eyes, but having the vision, having the insight. Kar, again, translated as hands, but here in this context we should view them as deeds or actions. Charan, commonly used to denote feet, here to denote the journey. Now, mind you, charan is also a figure of speech for knowledge of the Guru. That is why in Gurbani, the charan of the Guru are asked for on and on and on. And the approved marg or way is the way of the Gur, the enlightener. Se charan suave jo har marg. So that is the har marg. So the emphasis again is not really so much on the personality as it is on the principle of eternal wisdom that is transmitted. And the way, the marg, gives us a clear vision, netar. And all the actions and deeds, kar, are performed by guidance of this vision. We know the direction. And because of the clarity of vision that comes to possess the mind, the journey through life is unobstructed and unhindered. In other words, all challenges can be overcome if we make the vision of Gurmat our guiding principle. And hence the importance of seeking like-minded people who can also mentor us on the path. Sun sajan mere meet pyare. The Guru is calling out to everyone who would listen. Sun sajan, listen, my dear friends, he says. The Guru enlightener's presence, sad sang, it enlightens and uplifts in a flash, in a moment, kinmai udare. And what happens is that the mind, the ego, is cleansed of the stain of ignorance, kilvik kart, filled with pure self-awareness, nirmal. And that brings an end to the error of self-perpetuation, avanjana, of the ego. Now, kilvik, the term kilvik, is a combination of kil, which means either a thorn, it is also used to mean a stain, and vish, vik, is poison. And this is symbolic of the ego consciousness, haume, which is the root of ignorance, a form of blindness that hides the true vision. Avanjana, commonly translated as coming and going, evolution and involution, appearance, disappearance, and can be a little controversial because there is a school of thought that this ties us into reincarnation. But I think that the context may be somewhat different. This may be a reference to the broader, the larger cosmic cycle that we see. It is much bigger than our ego is. So it is that cycle within which the sentient being comes into maturity, that is to say, self-realizes. Because the message is that until you mature and grow and transform yourself into the self, this process is going to continue. And so in the end, the Guru makes a supplication. Bino karo, doe kar jod. And what does he say? Please show me mercy, kar kirpa, and give the sinking stone, save the sinking stone from drowning. He's referring to his mind, the ignorant mind, as a sinking stone. Now, why the sinking stone? Because the sinking stone drowns very quickly, and it is loaded with dubda, self-doubt, the ignorant mind, and asks for enlightenment. And in the end, the Guru is saying, Nanak ko prabh bhai kripala, the prabh, the divine element, has been kind to me. Nanak ko prabh bhai kripala, the wisdom of the prabh is now pleasing pana, pajana, to the mind of Nanak. So this is the process by means of which one transforms the ego into the self with a capital S, in haume to hukam, if you want to use that terminology. So the message here is that the moment is pregnant with potential. Moment could be any unit of time. It could be this instant, it could be a second, it could be a minute, this day, or even a life. But we are candidates for fulfilling the potential of this moment, which Gurbani calls har-like, becoming like the har. What that means is to belong to the overall meaning of the universe, to become co-creators with Hukam. That is the ultimate prize. But it is not handed out. Rather, it involves serious effort. Not only effort, but it also requires a special kind of guidance and knowledge, which Bani has called Gur, Guru, Shabad, Naam. These are all overlapping terms, and they point to a specialized kind of understanding which is not necessarily discursive or cognitive, that it arouses or awakens within us different faculties with which to get this intuitive understanding. And so this life that we have becomes that very pregnant moment. It offers us an arena, gives us a scope for activity so that we can actually develop and transcend us, the given ego. So the actions that we do center around the ego. They're either ego dissolving or ego sustaining. So the trick here is to seek Guru guidance, to understand, to distinguish between these two types of actions and making the right choice. With those thoughts, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.